Hello, family. Pray all is well. Pray all is having a great day. Getting ready to enter in our Shabbat, our Sabbath. So, wanted to bring this information out, far as to give honor and praises to the Most High, believing and trusting in all things, and felt led to share this because, a lot of what we don't know or understand, just, by trust and believe that the Almighty going to open doors and, just change things around completely from what we have been accustomed to, because I truly believe that in all things, our blessings come from Him. So Black unemployment rate falls to a record low. And of course, Trump want to take, oh, look what I've done. Look what I'm doing for the blacks, the African Americans, and so forth and so forth. So I want to also go down memory lane in this, as far as to go back into some years of statistics as well. So you just can share, but it's under his watch. So, kudos to him and all, but I want to give ultimate kudos to our Father, the Almighty, the Most High Yah. That's who wanted to give even more kudos to. So, Black unemployment, it says here, fell to a record low in August, helped by a jump in the number of Black women on the job. The unemployment rate for Black workers fell to 5.5 from 6%, according to the Labor Department data. The previous record low of 5.9 was set in May 2018. The unemployment rate for Black women fell to a record of 4.4% and from 5.2% in July. The unemployment rate for Black men creeped up to 5.9 from 5.8%, which is not good, but it's not too far from where it was. So let's continue. But the previous month rate was a record. So the rate is still near its historic low. Unemployment among workers who identify themselves as Hispanics or Latino also fell in August at 4.2, which matched a record low set earlier this year. Okay, so going back, if you look, when we're looking at the Labor Department since the early 1970s, both Black and Hispanic or Latino unemployment numbers have traditionally been higher than white unemployment, and it remains so today. White unemployment was 3.4 in August, up from 3.3 previously. But this is the smallest gap on record between the respective unemployment rates for Blacks and whites. Overall, the U.S. unemployment rate stood at 3.7, unchanged from previous months. So U.S. slows, it was a slow hiring. The economy added only 130,000 jobs, and I believe the month before was 150,000, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if they're going to mention that. So just to give you a little bit of history. So as we can tell, the day that we will go, our unemployment will go lower than the white and Asian population. That will be definitely showing us direction. And I'm not taking anything from the Most High and saying that it's not possible, because I believe in the impossible and knowing that, He got us. But it's just not, wanting me to say this. I'm looking at this from looking at blessings and also knowing what we are to Him, and that His face is turning back towards us. And I'm just super excited. So let's go and look at the statistics from, it's going to give a margin of from 2005, well, actually 1995. So I'm just going to go down here a bit, and you can see the unemployment rate. The white people is in the blue, black in the green, Hispanic, Latino in the yellow, and Asian in the red. So as you can see, in 1995, the blacks were about 11%. The whites were about 5%. And the Asians were actually 4% back then. And let's look at in 2007, the blacks were about 8%. The Asians were, about 4%. And did I get that right? I'm sorry, the whites were about 4%, and the Asians were, about 9%. We kind of looped within each other, the blacks and the Asians. Wow. The Hispanics did really well in 2007. So after the bump, when it came to the recession, you see that the blacks in the green shoot all the way up in 2009 to almost 17%, while the whites were around 8%, and the lowest person was the Asian at that time, which was about 7%. So you can see how that actually panned out here. So August, a report came out that the white unemployment rate was at 3.4. Blacks or African Americans were at 5.5. Hispanics or Latinos was at 4.2. And then Asian at 2.9. So that's very interesting, isn't it? So let's continue to move downward. And that tells you about the ages right there. And I don't want to get stuck. I think that's it. Okay. So just to give you that, and so to say. So when we look back at right now, when we, look at, far as the African American unemployment overall, it's at 5.5%. Okay. And, of course, it was at 6%. And then, of course, the previous record low was at 5.9 back in, 2018. And I thought I had another graph. Let's see. One moment, I think I'm going back to the same one. Okay. So, I guess I did. This would be. So that's about the same there overall. Okay. I had another one I want to say. Let's look at this one. And this is going back to this right here is 2005 to 2017. So that kind of give you a window there as well. But basically, in so many ways, a whole lot did not change, but I know the black women, they dropped down, so down to a record at 4.4 from 5.2 in July. And we know, of course, the black men went up just at 5.9. So wanted to just touch bases with this. And also I came across some information about a book. It's like almost like $900. And the name of it is Who is Edom and Esau? Or Who is Edom, Esau? And I was really surprised when I found out about within the book. I did get a free PDF download, but the book actually is being sold in some, particular in one area for $900. So I've read about 63 pages of it, and I am completely shocked because we are walking around people who, by this time, they know that we are out on the forefront saying who we are, and they are actually feeling as though they are. But it's actually in a reversal mode towards the Jewish people, because who we will call Edomites in America and of course in Europe, they're calling themselves Jacob. And that's where a lot of the white supremacists is coming from. So they're looking at the Jewish people as Edom, and they're looking at themselves as Jacob. So there's a book that was published in about 1994, 1996. And to read the concept and the mindset that there are people right around us who have felt and believe and understand that they're looking at America as the promised land. So while they are going after the Jewish people, like the shootings and the anti-Semitism that they're saying that the Jewish people feeling from them, they're coming from a place that they believe that they are Jacob, but they don't fit any of their curses. Not the Jewish people, other than, the Jewish people claiming that they are someone, but they're going to come and say that they inherit lies. So very interesting. When I'm, led to share, I will share more, but find it very, very interesting because I could see and have thought that, okay, well, the ones who say that they're Edom, because I came into understanding that, Edom and Chittim became one, which that was Rome, right? And that's how, there were DNA markers, the haplotype that shows the marker E1B1B in a lot of, white people. And when Hitler was one of them. And that matches are so close to the marker of the so-called black man, the African Americans who have took the DNA and one's on a continent. And we all claim it, and they, have claimed to be Israelites. So in so many ways, they're like, it's Esau and Jacob, children, descendants, with one digit or one character off in the marker. So I've done that research. I looked at it and reviewed it. But, I said, okay, well, they're thinking that they're Edom and are saying they're Edom. And then, knowing that, not knowing that they all won, that the Amalekites are one that some of my Hebrew brothers, they call them out, the Jews, that's who they are. They all like one stock of people, one, flocks together. But to come to find out that there are books who putting them out, that they are actually the ones in America who are called white Christians, that they're Jacob. But the question is, do they fit the curse? So more about that, and you can look it up yourself. I don't have the information right now to share it, but I just wanted to share this with you all, and about, it would be definitely amazing, which, hey, I see it coming, that one day that our unemployment rate is going to go way lower than anyone else's. Yes. So take care, family. Blessings. Shabbat shalom.